Alright, so here's the gist of things. Steam Summer Sale, tons of games are cheaper. Every day you get new deals on new games, 9 of which are featured prominently on the front page. The community gets to vote between 3 games for which they'd like to see a discount, and the winner is announced every 8 hours. And for a few hours every day, certain games are flash deals. These are deals that only last a short amount of time. The daily deals from yesterday are still good up to a certain time. With all these games, it's very easy to go overboard. And going overboard is a problem because you'll run out of money really fast and you won't have any money left for any food. We don't want that. Heavens no. So here's some things that will help you survive the Steam Summer Sale, or winter, whenever the time comes. You set these up and, you'll have some money for food, which I think that's pretty important. I don't know about you guys, but I really like eating. The first thing you should do really is you should set limits. Before you even spend any money on anything at all, come up in your mind or write it down, it doesn't matter. Decide how much money you are willing to spend. Set a limit maybe of not spending any more than $50 on games that are on sale. Or $100 or however much money you're willing to spend. You decide that yourself. Right now I'm looking at Skyrim. It's at 50% off, so you pay about $30 for the game. Do you want to pay $30? Personally, I'm not going to spend $30 on a game right now because of all these other games that are on sale for a lot cheaper than that. Sure, Skyrim's probably a game worth buying, but right now on Steam there's a whole ton of other games that are on sale for cheaper too. Number 2, decide beforehand. Is there a game that you absolutely just have to have so much, you want it so bad, you're maybe even willing to sacrifice a few meals for it? Well, let's not do anything hasty. Don't just sacrifice your meals. You still need to eat if you want to play the game, otherwise you'll just die. Pick out the games that you really, really want to have, that you want to play, before you spend any money on them. And this leads up to the next one. Number 3. Do you really want this game? This does apply to the games that you think that you really absolutely have to have, but it applies to everything else just as well. So some game has caught your eye for whatever reason. It has some pretty artwork, or some friend talked about it, or whatever. Do you want it? Ask yourself, would you enjoy this game? Is it a good game? And maybe what might be most important here is, can your computer run this game? That happens a few times. People think, oh, this game's going to be really cool. It looks amazing. And then they get it and their computer can't run it, and it just sits in their Steam library until they get a better computer that can play it, which might not ever happen. You're probably going to want to do some research before you spend the money on a game, and this really isn't anything new. This is something you should know anyway. But when sales come around, it's very easy to just buy games because you think, oh, this is cheap, and then you realize, why did I get this? Look around. What do other people say about the game? Do you have friends that have played it? Ask them what they thought of it, because odds are they're probably going to be more honest than anything else you can find. And check out reviews online on YouTube. See what people say about the game, because sometimes there's a lot of games out there that are really underrated and not many people know about them. And other times there's games that are really big and everybody's like, oh, it's amazing, and really it just sucks. And really you should know if your computer can run it. Check the system requirements. If there's a demo for the game, download the demo. Make sure your computer can run that first. You don't even have to play it very much. Just make sure it'll run it a little bit. Number 4, what are you really going to get? Before you click buy, put the game in your shopping cart and actually buy the game. Look to see what it is you are buying first. Before you click on buying that game, check to see if that game is in a special pack or something. Usually when there's a sale for the game, the packs that the game is in are also for sale. Sometimes you have big developer packs which go for a lot more money, but there's also packs, especially of multiplayer games, that give you multiple copies of the game that you can gift to your friends. And a lot of times these packs are worth it because they're really only $1 more than the normal game price you would pay anyway. This is especially true if you like buying deluxe versions of games or having all these special content like the soundtrack or artwork, not to mention DLC. Check, because sometimes there's also packs that include those that are also on sale. And number 5, wait. A lot of times throughout the course of the Steam sale, a whole bunch of games will be cheaper anyway. They'll be at like maybe 20 to 50% off, and that'll look good, but they're not on a special sale. You might see a game that's 50% off and think, oh, that's great, I'm gonna get that. And then the next day after you bought it, it goes down to 80% off. The thing to do here is you wait. Don't actually buy the game if it's cheaper and has a discount unless it's on one of these special sales. Sometimes if you wait a little bit more, you'll see new games appear on these special deals that you never even knew existed before. And a lot of times they're worth checking out. I'm toecollecter, and I just helped you survive the Steam Summer Sale and any other future sales that might happen. Thanks for listening.